Hey, it's Mark from Horse Racing Nation, and today let's talk about the pace report. This is one of my favorites, been using this for years, and we wanted to make this available to everybody. And what it does is it breaks down on paper the fastest and slowest races of the day. And our little explainer here shows the main number is MPH. It's not actually miles per hour, but we're basically saying 60 and up is speeding, 30 and up below is going too slow. Confidence is based on two running lines for every horse in the race. So when you have a lot of first timers, that confidence goes down. And then we're going to predict the leader and the probability that leader gets the lead in every race. So one way to look at it is you can look at the hottest paces of the day from around the country or your favorite tracks. And why would we look at the fastest paces? Well, these are the races that have the most pressure, the most front runners, the most pace pressers trying to get to the lead. Often can be a hot pace set up for closers, whether it's to win or a long shot closer perhaps to hit the board, and also can compromise the favorite. If the favorite's a front runner or a pace presser, can really get caught in a fast pace. And these are types of races that can be really tough to handicap, can also create some wacky results and some nice prices. So definitely races to be aware of. And then the opposite is the slowest paces of the day. Now, the first few here, there's very little confidence, meaning those are almost all first-time starters. If we look at, let's say, Belmont Race 2 on the turf, we've got a field of 8 and an extremely low MPH number of 7. So basically, almost really no horse in the race wants to go to the lead. So these races become really difficult to handicap. It's a jockey's race. It's hard to predict which jockey will go to the front. And these are the types of races that if you're liking a closer, that closer could really be up against it if there's zero pace in the race. And so it's definitely something you want to be aware of, especially if you're playing a sequence of pick 3, pick 4, pick 5, something like that. So taking a look at how this would play out in a card, this was a mandatory pick 6 day at Santa Anita. And this grade 3 stake had a huge MPH number of 89. And sure enough, it's set up for a closer, and one of the favorites came from off the pace, won rather easily as one of the clear closers in the race. Now, race 6 was a maiden race. It only had about 45% confidence, so we didn't know what all the firsters were going to do. But this was a very low number for a bunch of young horses. And sure enough, a first-time starter went off at 5-1, had speed works, went to the lead and never looked back, and was one of the tougher races in the sequence. And then earlier that day, there was a grade 3 at Monmouth, race 11 here, and ended up being a full field of 12, and 49 MPH was, it's a pretty low number for some classy grade 3 fillies. And sure enough, there was very little pace. They went the half in 48 and almost 49 seconds. Vigilante's Way sat second. A 23-1 shot went to the lead and held on for second at the end, and it was $177 exacta. And here you can kind of see the chart. Valletta was the long shot, had to lead the whole way, slow pace, 48-7, 112. And Vigilante's Way, who the pace report had predicted on the lead, actually sat second, ran by rather easily, kicked clear in the stretch, a 7-2 winner, and a really nice exacta. So that's the pace report. It's a great tool to have in your handicapping arsenal. I hope you like it, and it's available every day on Horse Racing Nation Pro Reports.